Welcome all to this wonderful time. I've told you guys that I'll be coming on very soon with different ideologies, different ideas, different scopes about life itself, and so many other things. One thing I realized that there's this burden in me on the teaching of our children in the right direction. And after a series of, there's no way I can be a pastor and open a church and start teaching children or telling you to send your kids to me. So I thought of it that, why don't you make videos like this, whereby I express some concerns and tell the whole wide world about care for our kids, care for our children. Because most parents that are taught only or whatever the Yorubas are, they say. And we need to train our children. We need to get them the basics, because growing up we are all taught. Our parents gave us the ideas. They teach us. In fact, they beat us sometimes. In America, they call it whoop. They whoop us sometimes into place to make sure we are getting the right stuff. So, why is it that we are not teaching our children? I believe with little talks like this, whereby we can discuss, because even the question that's me that I'm talking, was I taught in the right way? What was those things I learned when growing up? Did my parents teach me? Those are the questions I ask myself. But one thing I realized is that street knowledge is very, very important, because we grew up with a community of teachers. Your teacher in school, your teacher at the crèche, your teacher, your senior ones as your teachers, your parents as your teachers, your mother as another teacher. So those are basic people that have impacted us in one way or the other. Is it positive? Is it negative? I won't judge you, and I don't want you to judge me. But one thing I realize is that we tend to tell people what we feel is good for us and what we feel we have done to be a better person. But is it the right thing? I was talking to a kid some time ago. The guy was smoking marijuana, Igbo as my people would call it, or whatever. And it was like, I was like, is this something you will do regularly? Is this good? Is this okay for you? And he said, man, it's okay. I was like, what do you mean by it's okay? Doesn't it disturb your brain? Doesn't it? He said, no. My dad smokes, my mother smokes, my senior one smokes. So to me, it's nothing. It's normal. And basically, it's true. It's normal to him, because if his daddy could do the same thing, his mother could do the same thing, then it's normal. It's good. But is it good? That's an adult. Okay, let's talk of kids between the ages of, let's say, 3, 4, 5, 6. I heard a story some time ago, I think 6 or 5 years ago, on the radio. The kid woke up around 10:30, 11 p.m. and was crying for ice cream, throwing tantrums, disturbing the house. I'm sorry, this story might touch some people. It might be reopening a wound that has probably been forgotten or something, and I don't even know if the update of the story. But the story was on radio and I felt touched. At start 10:30, 11, the guy started crying that he wanted ice cream. You know, as we will do, the love for our children. The mother scolded the father, go get ice cream for her. She needs ice cream. She wants to take ice cream. The man went out at, say, 10:30, 11 or thereabouts. But as at the time the story was being heard, he never came back. I was so touched that he never came back. So what happened that day was that the lady used that day, the day the man went out, as a memorial day to hate the kid, the small kid, because till that day they've not found the father. You don't know, he might run away, he might have run away, he might have died, he might have been kidnapped, he might have been killed. Anything could have happened to him. But as at that time that program was held, the man was nowhere to be found, just because the small baby was asking for ice cream at the middle of the night. I called the program that day because I felt so hungry that why would he leave? Because the child would not die before morning to get the ice cream. Why will you leave at 10:30, 11 p.m. in a city whereby anything can happen and just think nothing will happen, or the kids deserve it? The radio presenter was telling me categorically that you can't blame them for that. I said I can blame them for it, because if they have taught the child the right way, if they have scolded the child, if they have shut the child up, the man will still be available at the time we are discussing now. But we don't know what, but the story might be a different thing. I don't know if anybody could have an update for me on that story, but that's what actually happened. And today, that's why, because I was angry that why will you go out at 11 p.m. because your child is crying for ice cream? You could have scolded and you go to sleep. You get something tomorrow. Though we don't have to shout or overrule the thinking, because where I am now, I learned a lot about child care because it's so different from what we used to know. But the issue is that, do we really want to destroy the life of your child by not training him or her, or giving him the basic ideas about life? So that's why I want this forum to be a discussion for kids, whereby we can discuss how. Though I have intels, I have what I call it, a brochure of teaching that I'm going to be giving. But I want you to send an email, talk to me, call me, send me a voice note whereby I can play online, whereby we can all learn from it. Not just learn, let us teach ourselves, because it is very, very important. It's a negligible thing that we have been doing. That is, we have neglected that part of our upgrading, our upbringing, and we need to teach children. Apart from we as adults learning from this, I want the kids also to learn. I want them to understand that there are basic things they need to learn in life. Not from the parents, because the parents have a little time to spend with them. Most parents don't even have time for their kids at all. So that's how bad it is. But the issue is that if we can make an impact, no matter how small it is, no matter how basic we can do it, we can. At least it shows that we care. It shows that the burden is in us, and it shows that yes, we have something to teach people. I pray God is going to help all of us, because this is another need for all of us, and it's not going to be this serious issue, this serious case whereby you can't say whatever is in your mind. Right here, I'm going to be talking in English, in Yoruba language, any language that you feel is communicable, that people can understand from. Make it available. I'm going to use it there. The main thing is that you communicate to me on ROIDOVE, ROIDOVE at gmail.com. You send me a message. If I go through it, then I use the materials to teach. Then I'll give you the credit. That one is so sure, I'll give you the credit. But as we go on, we could do live sessions. We could do what they call it. We do live sessions. We can do interactive sessions whereby I interview you and you talk to me. But please, let us have that burden for our children. Let us learn. Let us teach. Let us be able to bring them up in the right way. Then this my what I call it, This my website or my social media is going to be for everything you can think of. We can digress a little bit, go into teaching of some other things, learning some other things, but we need to build ourselves. We need to build ourselves. We need to build the community. We need to start working on the challenges of making a better impact on our kids, and so on and so forth. Then today, the topic I think I should talk about is foundation. How effective is the foundation we are giving our kids? It's very, very important, because what are we teaching them, especially when they are from age 0 to 5 to 5? What are we teaching them? Let me give you a typical example. When a child starts at that age, there are basic things they need to know at that tender age. One, the positive impact, whatever you're going to tell them, is going to work all their life with. If you think that they are still small, 0 years to 7 is small, they cannot learn anything, they are not seeing you, they are looking at you live. A kid, a 0-year-old kid or 0 to 1 or 2 year kid that cannot talk, can see. Those things you do, they can see, and they are learning it. And you can't take it away from them, because they have their own head too, they have their own brain. Their faculty is active. They know what you're doing. I'm not going to go deeper into today's topic, but I want you to understand that the foundation we lay is what we are seeing today. That foundation from 0 to 7, where a child will slap the father and go scot-free, where a child who just decide to poo anywhere, where a child tells you to shut up and you laugh at it, that there is just a kid. A foundation whereby a child will tell you, Dad, I need you out of my life, and you are happy with it. A foundation, let me give you a very, very funny I think I watched it on YouTube or something like that. The mother seized the phone of a 12-year-old girl. Why would a 12-year-old girl have a phone in the first place? Is that part of teaching? Is that part of the upbringing? Fine. If the child can manage the time on the phone and reading or pursuing another thing, fine. I'm not against it. But the mother seized the phone, a single mother. Do you know what happened? The lady destroyed the whole house before she came back. She destroyed the old house. The kitchen, broke the TV, destroyed the bathtub, destroyed the toilet. Everywhere was turned upside down, because her phone was seized. It was, to the whole world, it will be funny, but to me, it was a lesson. You don't train a child in the way you are not trained. You have to give basic rules and make them understand. I have kids also, and when it's 9 o'clock and I tell them to go to bed on a school day, on a school night, they feel so bad. But I'm not perturbed, because these are the things I need to teach them. They need to have enough time to rest, so that enough time to play. They would rather be on their laptop, iPad all night. I wouldn't encourage that, because it's not nice. So we are going to be going this way, that way, but the issue is that we need to learn. How is the best way to do that? How is the best way to teach the kids, to train them? Let me know. Give me ideas. I'm not an island of idea, but I want us to put this burden on ourselves, that we need to teach the coming generation how to work things out, how to make things happen. Like me, I learn from the streets. I know whatever is happening out there. But What I won't do is what I won't do, no matter what. What I will not do is what I will not do, no matter what. I know what some guys are doing. I remember a story, a guy, I don't want to put the tribe in it. Let's just say a guy told me he has made enough money. His daughter will never suffer the way he suffered. He has made so much money, saved enough for her, saved enough for himself. It's good. But the guy is in jail now. Yeah. A young guy, even not up to my age, but was boasting like that to me, and I laughed. The guy is in jail now. He has been arrested. But what? It's not the arrest or what was he doing? And what was it shaping? I'm not a moral teacher. In fact, I might be even worse than those people. But what kind of teaching, what kind of ideas do we have? You grow up every day, you learn every day, and makes you a better person. So try as much as possible to do the right thing. The right thing could be anything. But the main thing is that let it teach you yourself the basics. I read stories a lot now. A father and a son dealing in the shit. Sorry for the wrong word. Dealing in defrauding the government and stuff like that. I'm very sure the father would not ever think of that thing, but the son showed him the way that, Dad, this is what is happening. People are making money. So you can't blame me for that. I will keep it short. Probably next video will be digging deep. Basically, how to start as it goes, how to train ourselves. Please, the email is ROIDOVE at gmail.com. Send me a message, send me a video, send me a topic, send me an idea. Let us build this community together and share this video. I can't do everything myself, but we can, as a community, as basic people, learn and teach others. I pray we have a good time here, and it's going to be a worthwhile session because there's a lot of things boiling in me that I need to talk about. Thank you and God bless. Share this video, post it. I don't care. The main thing is for us to get across. It's not about the money or whatever. It's about making an impact. God bless. Thank you.